Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today I'm back with another video here. If you're new to the channel, new clicking upon this video, my name is Chris. I do Flyers content here on YouTube, from game recap videos like this one. I do a weekly podcast Tuesday nights from 6 to 7, and I also do watch parties for some of the Flyers games throughout the year as well. So if you like how any of that sounds, hit that subscribe button down below. So, really good game from the Flyers. Morgan Frost was incredible, and stuff like this makes me really excited for the future. It makes me really happy, to be honest, to say it's great. I mean, he's been growing throughout the year. I think he's had a really good season so far. As for, just the overall play, right, that he's had, and just the way that he attacks the game too at the same time. 2 goals tonight. He's got 16 goals on the year, 38 points on the season. Really solid season. I mean, he is a type of guy that you are looking to see grow. You're looking to see continue to flourish, grow in different areas, right? I think one of the better things that Frost has done for this year is just that he's really improved the consistency of his game. I've talked about before, there are some things he still needs to work on. I think the power play entries, I wish he would shoot more and get the shot off quicker in certain, situations. He has a bullet of a shot when you see it, and you saw it tonight on both goals. When he gets the puck and has the room in the area to shoot, he will fire it, and it's pretty tough to stop. He's got 38 points in 71 games. That's around what you're expecting, right? I mean, Tippett's on a similar pace. I think Frost gets more of a dig sometimes from Tortorella. I think that's I think sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not. I don't think there's enough praise, to be honest with you. Even tonight, he seemed a little. He just seemed very off about the way that he was talking about Frost. It just didn't seem like he was, all there on really praising him at the same time, kind of like he does with the other guys. He was like blushing over Forrester and other things too. It's just like little things like that. I get it. The situation's different. Forrester comes in and he looks great. But at the same time, there's really no reason to act that way towards Frost. He had a really good game. I just think sometimes it's a little overdone with the praise and not the praise for Frost. But overall, throughout the game, I thought the game was good for the Flyers. They went with Farabee, Cates, Tippett, Lemieux, Frost, Allison, and names like Hayes, Bellows, Delorier, and Lawton. Provorov and York, Sanheim and Ristolainen, Sealer and D'Angelo, and Sandstrom was in net. Like I mentioned on the podcast, Carter Hart has a lower body injury. He's day-to-day. Samuel Ersson was recalled for emergency conditions. So, yeah. First period, pretty good period overall. Back and forth, seesaw. Both teams had chances. The Canadiens outshot the Flyers, but I thought the Flyers did a good job of trying to create things off the stretch pass. They had a lot of icings, a lot of passes that were off the mark. It just kind of looked like one of those games, like it was going to turn out to be like, I'm thinking to myself, oh God, is it going to be one of those games where they just take forever to get into it? Thankfully, that wasn't the case. They had some chances early. Farabee had a shot with that ended up going wide. It was another bullet that he had. Like I mentioned in the game against the Red Wings, he's been starting to shoot a little bit harder. Frost dangles in on a spin move, little spinorama, tried a between the legs pass behind the net as well. Hayes had a chance on the backhand. They had a 4-on-1, couldn't get a shot off. The Habs had a couple shots as well, but not as much pressure as the Flyers did early. Here's come the icings, like I mentioned. Then Gallagher hit the post for Montreal. Farabee had a chance in tight. The Habs were kind of dominating after that. They had more plays than that. The Flyers looked just off with a couple of passes, but then they started to get some more plays and looks at the net and same type of thing. So really, again, like I mentioned, seesaw period. Chances for both teams. Sandstrom was pretty good as well. I thought it was good for Felix to get his second win. He's been in some tough games this year. They should have beat Carolina, the game that he played in. Really, in both games against Carolina, the Flyers could have won where Felix was in net. Overall, I like Sandstrom. He's a good guy, and unfortunately, it hasn't gone great for him this year. And just the overall outcome of the game. Some of the games, he's just given up that one more goal, and it's just kind of hurt him. Second period, Flyers get a power play. They had a lot of chances. Frost draws the penalty. Couple blasts from Ristolainen. Harvey Pinard is down. They ended up cycling it around, and Hayes goes around the net, finds Frost, snipes it, 1-0. Really nice play. Good power play overall. They have power play goals in a lot of these games on the home stretch here. They went 5-1-1 on the 7-game homestand, and just really good play. Again, I talked about how on the podcast tonight how they've been able to outscore their problems a little bit recently, where if they've given up a goal or something like that, or a lot of chances in one way, then the Flyers go down and score. They've done a little bit different things there, where they've been able to just kind of outscore their issues. Sealer had a chance after that, and almost went in, rolled off the line. Unfortunately, that Frost goal wasn't a power play goal. It ended 2 seconds before, and then they had the chance after. It's okay, it could have been 2-0 right there. And then Pizzetta hit the post. D'Angelo had a pass that ended up getting tipped. The Canadiens went the other way. Allison had a breakaway, almost scored. It was a really nice save by Primo. He had some big saves in the second to keep the Canadiens in it. 1-1, Gallagher. It was such a weird play. Lawton goes to clear it, it deflects, sits in the slot, and snipes it. And Braun tried to get a stick on it, couldn't, and it goes in. So 1-1. Flyers get another power play. D'Angelo's a shot, hits a crossbar. Frost had a couple plays in the middle of the ice, almost scored in tight. Good period overall. They had legit chances. What I liked about the third is they kept going. They kept attacking. Still a 1-1 game. They were still in it. They tried to they were trying to make more offense, make more plays, and they had a really good start to the period. I thought they had, I thought they did a good job of getting out of the zone quick and making plays through the neutral zone to get in the offensive zone, and not as much dumping it from center ice, more like dumping it from the top of the blue line where you had, more guys going in and forechecking. Frost, again, he looks so good tonight. The way he was skating, he looks confident. I've said it a while now that I actually really enjoyed how Frost is engaged. He's on the wall. He's making plays physically. He's winning those little battles. If he's not doing great in the circle, there's other things that he's doing too. It's not like he's just doing good, good in one area. And just the goal, right? I mean, if you look at the second goal of the Fly, he gets the goal here, 2-1. Beautiful shot. But what I love about it is it starts in the defensive end because he's in the vicinity, right? He's in the area. The shot gets blocked, and they end up going up the ice. And what I love is usually Frost would try to pass that, or try to do some sort of other move to kind of create more space, but he headed toward the crowded area and then made the move in the crowded area and still scored. Those are the little things that he can do. He tries to find the space usually, but this play, he just stayed with it. He didn't, swerve off the path. He just kept going straight and cut back. Beautiful shot. There was traffic in front, ends up finding that. I mean, it's just little things like that. And again, he doesn't score a lot of goals where he gets his shot off like that, where he can just find the open ice, kind of like what I'm talking about, and just get it off. Or if it's a one-timer, like the goal he scored in the opening of the season. If he can, when he's able to get in tight and make the move and still get a shot off, that's when he's at his best, because he draws the defenders toward him, and other times he's been able to have to create more space for himself, because sometimes he kind of goes in a little too slow. I'd like to see him use his speed a little more too. And again, it's all consistency. I'm not trying to nitpick. It's just there's little things that I really like about his game, and I think just the way that he gets that shot off is perfect. Tippett would score 3-1 to get an empty netter. Strips it for Matheson, great play. Harvey Pinard would score. That would be 4 goals in his last 5 for him. I talked about that on the podcast tonight as well. But yeah, I mean, overall, really good game. Sandstrom was good. Frost, obviously. Again, a lot of good things. I would rather have a game like this from Frost, and that type of stuff than another, regulation loss. Because, again, it's a 1% difference in the lottery. I mean, how much does that really matter? So that's kind of where I'm at. Thanks, everybody, for all the support. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks to everybody again for the podcast tonight. We got another good guest coming up next week as well, so I will be announcing that soon, so stay tuned for that. And also thank you to Jamie Bascow again for hopping on tonight as well. Yeah, all that stuff. Thanks everybody so much for all the support. Again, remember to smash that subscribe button down below, and I'll talk to you all again soon.